how's everybody doing here? It's your boy, Kyle Souter here. In 1 second here, I'm gonna get my water. Because it's gonna be important to drink water when something like this. So I'm gonna start doing a YouTube channel today, first upload here. And you know me, this is gonna be everything. I'm gonna do, obviously a beer today, but I'm gonna do everything on here from beers to food to sodas to drinks, energy drinks to even stadium reviews, even brewery reviews, and food reviews and all of that. Also, too, we will be doing the weather events. You know, I'm a weather person. Also, talk some sports as well. Just basically for me, just to get out and talk and kind of be social. So I'm going to call this channel Big Trout 27. My hero Mike. That's going to be the name of these reviews. Big Trout 27. For today, I'm going to do a Hoof review. Those of you not familiar with Hoof, it's a brewery up in Columbus. 2 tap rooms, Marengo, Ohio. Small town north of Columbus, about 30 minutes north of downtown. Now, this is where this brew is actually brewed, but the tap room that I've been to is the one up in downtown Columbus. Nice tap room, but they don't have the exclusive beers that the Marengo tap room usually offers. So, you know, I think I got to get up to the Marengo location, but problem is for me, it's like so often I want to stay downtown Columbus because there's more to do. So if we do the Marengo one, it's either going to have to be an Uber or a person that is willing, with their want to be gracious and drive, because I don't want to drink and drive there from downtown Columbus up to Marengo then back if I'm staying in Columbus. Nevertheless, here's the beer we got today. It's Dorks of Hazard Redorx. Hoof-Hearted Brewing Company again. Marengo, Ohio. You just gotta love the Hoof artwork, right? It's super cool. Another IPA from them as expected. I'm gonna get into it in a minute. Hoof makes banging IPAs. I've said this before, top 3 in Ohio for IPAs. It's really about 75% of their portfolio is IPAs, and we've had so many bangers in them. This one is Citra Eldorado Mosaic. It's Citra, Eldorado, Mosaic, and Simcoe. So some big hoppies in this one. Citra and Mosaic are 2 of the most common. You don't see Simcoe and Eldorado as often. Now you see them. I mean, they're in beers, but Citra and Mosaic is probably 80% of IPAs. I would say maybe 20-25% Eldorado, Simcoe. So you're getting 4 hops in here. I didn't say portions of it, but I would guess Citra and Mosaic probably have the more of this, but there's 4 hops in this beer. Look at that color, clean. I can smell it over here, just banging. Nice color. This one, 8.6% from Hoof Hearted. Now, again, Hoof does have other beers, a couple of good sours. I've had a couple of big stouts I've tried, barrel aged. They're decent brewers. They don't suck. I mean, I think their sours are hit or miss. I had a couple good ones, a couple that sucked. Their stouts are kind of the same way. You know, I did have a couple of the Fitness Freaks are good. And I had a couple at the downtown brewery in Columbus that just weren't, like, something was off. They focus on IPAs. So, you know, and I think they're going to brew everything, but, again, 70% of their beers are IPAs, and they're all delicious. So, again, Hoof-Hearted. This is Dorks of Hazard Redorx. Let's get his nose. You can smell the hops from the can. This great aroma. This is going to be kick-ass. It's classic Hoof. Delicious. Mouthfeel. Citrus. Not too hoppy. That's what I love about Hoof, is because they're not... I don't like those West Coast, the dankest IPAs like Cameron and those guys. I'll try them, and I don't hate them, but this is more for an 8.6 and 4 hops. It's smooth. Again, lacing. It's just well done. You know, I think it's... I'm telling people that are getting into craft beer, if you like IPAs, get into Hoof. You know, I think a lot of people that know craft beer know Hoof kicks ass. But you meet somebody every day, or at least, maybe not every day, but at least once a week or every couple of weeks that is just getting into craft beer. And that's the cool thing of it. Like, all my friends, we're craft beer connoisseurs. But you know, I meet people all the time, and they're like, oh, what's this brewery? Or, oh, this is a double IPA. And it's so cool because, not to toot my horn or, you know, say that I'm all that, but it's so cool. Somebody that's had over almost 6,000 beers to try to talk to newcomers. And really, that's what craft beer was meant to be. Conversation. Camaraderie. Fellowship, if you will. And meeting people and social networking, perhaps. But this is another good beer. Probably a 4.25. I mean, it's It's a classic Hoof. I mean, they really don't. They all run together. We talked about that. What's going to stand out? That's delicious. Smooth, 8.6. 4.25 out of 5. Typical Hoof. It's a great beer. But anyway, this will kind of wrap up this first video. I'm going to post this to YouTube, not going on Facebook or any Facebook groups. And this way I can, you know, and post as long as I can. So this one's cool. Saxophone guy, karate guy, skateboarding guy. Looks like, yeah, I don't know. There's just the Hoof artwork has always been great. So this one's another good one if you get a chance. I picked this up at White Oak Marathon by my house in the single section. $5 for a can, but a 4-pack of it's $22. So if you just want to try one, you would be paying probably maybe $5.60. So you're really not saving a lot on a single. But again, I don't really tend to do 4-packs, 6-packs anymore, just because it's like I just want to try so much, and there is so much out there that it's like very rarely. If I do anything more than a single, it's going to be like domestic shit. Like it's going to be Bud Light. It's going to not even Bud Light. It's going to be like Yingling or Coors Light or Red's Apple or like a Smirnoff or maybe just a White. I'm not going to do 6-packs or 4-packs of this craft beer, and that's why I still think White Oak. And again, this is not a knock on Jungle Gems. I love Jungle Gems. I think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. But you got to up your single game here in Fairfield, I think, for me. I get it. You're super busy, and that's the part. Their volume. White Oak can have time to split singles and price singles because they have about a 30 to the volume Jungle Gems does do as far as sales. But Jungle Gems single selections just, I mean, it's Bell's, Founders, Great Lakes, Thirsty Dog, Sam Adams, Abita. There's just no real, I wouldn't say good single beers at Jungle Gems, but anything new, right? Does that make sense? Like, they don't single anything new. They have a Sonder selection with their lager and their Pilsner, and they have the trap. They don't have anything, like, exciting on singles. Lagers, Pilsners, you know, a basic IPA, but again, I think it's a time for Jungle Gems. They could do it, and they got the money. I just think they don't have. It's a process to single out beers, and you have to price these, and then, so I get it, but kudos to White Oak, single shelf. And kudos to the store we were at down in Nashville. I mean, the great Matt Parshall on our trip back from New Orleans, which we'll get into that at a later date, Baton Rouge LSU trip. But everything in that store was singled out. Now, they did have 6-packs you could buy, but everything they sold was priced individually. And I think that is like, when the guy told me that, I wanted to like hug him and shake his hand because that is so cool. Like everything there, and they had a monster selection of over like 60 breweries, probably 500 beers in there, a whole kit. Stuff I've never even heard of around here because we're down in Tennessee. They had local breweries that I've never heard of or wanted to try. So, again, individually priced. I think that's, and I don't think I'm alone with that. I know people still like 6-packs, 4-packs, but, you know, a lot of my friends out there kind of feel the same way I do. Like, hey, you also just like shelf space. If you're a big beer drinker, you don't want 6 or 4 of the same beer when you're trying multiple beers, multiple breweries. And then the money too, like you said, $5. This is a great beer. I would recommend it. I think it's an ass kicker. I mean, Hoof, any Hoof IPA is going to be a banger to me. Like, I don't think I've ever had a Hoof IPA and been like, no, I have not. They've all been like a 4+, several 4.25s, which I thought this one was maybe 4.5. So I really recommend any Hoof IPA. And, you know, maybe it's just me. And again, if we're in America, so we have the right still, somebody wants to buy a 4-pack, 6-pack, that's great. Hey, gobble them up. But with me anymore, it's a single game. But anyway, first video here. Just wanted to get this channel started. I'm going to try to do as much as I can. Maybe not every day, but, you know, I'm going to maybe get into a Trillium and some Weldworks I got in there maybe later this week. Probably maybe tomorrow hit the Trillium and then maybe Weldworks Thursday and Friday for you guys. But also, too, like, if people see this, comment below on a request of a beer you want me to try, or, you know, even sodas, mixed drinks for liquor. Very big into those on this channel. I'm always down to try a mixed drink. Always down to try food if somebody wants a food request, or I'll just review something on my own even. But if anybody has any requests on that, that's an important aspect of where I'm at. So, hope you guys have watched this. It's almost 10 minutes. But what's cool is that all my friends and colleagues are not going to bitch about long videos. I'm not going to go to the beer groups or even Facebook. So, that's going to do it. So bottom line, drink Hoof IPAs, 425. This is your boy Big Trout getting out of here. Hope to see some comments. Hope to see everybody soon, and we'll keep on rolling. Cheers, guys.